Let's start off with a pledge of allegiance, and followed by a moment of silence. City Clerk Nikki Gold, roll call.
Mayor Scott Nickel. Deputy Mayor Adam Dyer.
Here.
Councilmember Susan Romey.
Here.
Councilmember David Nutt.
Here.
Councilmember Neil Yorio.
Here.
Also in attendance, City Manager John W. Coffey and City Attorney Carl Bone.
As we all can see, Mayor Nichols is not here, so I'll be filling his shoes tonight. Keep it on the rails. With that being said, I'd entertain a motion for excusal of council members.
I make a motion to excuse Mayor Nickel from tonight's city council meeting.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Passes 4-0. Next, we'll be moving on to additions, deletions, or changes to the agenda, if any.
No, sir.
Hearing none, we'll move along to presentation, proclamations, and introductions. Item A, Administrative Professional Day Proclamation. Nikki Gold.
All right, I'm going to read this first. Okay. So whereas administrative professionals in municipal government play a vital role in supporting the daily operations of city departments and ensuring the effective delivery of public services. And whereas these dedicated individuals provide essential support to elected officials, city management, and staff through their expertise in organization, communication, records management, and customer service. And whereas administrative professionals serve as a key point of contact for residents, businesses, and visitors, helping to foster positive relationships and uphold the City of Indian Harbor Beach's commitment to responsive and transparent government. And whereas their professionalism, adaptability, and attention to detail contribute significantly to the efficiency, continuity, and success of municipal operations. And whereas Administrative Professionals Day, observed annually during Administrative Professionals Week, provides an opportunity to recognize and celebrate the invaluable contributions of administrative staff within local government. And whereas the City of Indian Harbor Beach is proud to recognize the hard work, dedication, and public service of its administrative professionals whose efforts enhance the quality of life for all residents. Now, Deputy Mayor Dyer, in the absence of Mayor Nickel, do hereby proclaim April 22nd, 2026 as Administrative Professionals Day in the City of Indian Harbor Beach, and encourage all residents and city employees to express their appreciation for administrative professionals and their important role in municipal government. Looks like we just have Dana here today, so. Yeah, I got it. Okay.
All right. Item B, the 2026 Employee of the Year presentation. City Manager Coffey.
Deputy Mayor, I will make this presentation from the podium. While we do appreciate our administrative professionals, and the resolution was heartfelt, it was an ulterior motive. Dana, please come up.
Surprise.
We had this on the agenda to get you here without knowing it.
Where do I stand? Right here?
You stand right here. Dana's joined with us, her mom, Carol. She has two sons, George and Cameron. Dana started with us in February 4th, 2009 as a clerical assistant. She's promoted to senior staff assistant in 2015. And most recently, in 2023, promoted to special projects coordinator in the recreation department. she is Kristen's right-hand person, and so much of our expanded special events is because of her. So, as you know, this year I asked the three chiefs, Chief Butler, Chief Lewis, and Chief Information Officer Hamilton, to be the selection committee. And we had 5 nominations across multiple departments. The committee wrote about Dana. She was selected for the Employee of the Year due to the breadth and consistency of her impact across the organization. Her nomination from 2 different departments highlighted not only her leadership within her department, but also the strong partnerships she has built citywide, demonstrated by recognition from outside her department. She consistently takes initiative, steps in critical roles when needed, and ensures major city events and operations run smoothly. Her ability to collaborate, support multiple departments, and maintain a high level of service to both staff and residents sets her apart as well-rounded and highly impactful employee. The 2 nominations read as follows. From the police department, for several years now, I've had the pleasure of working with Dana Arts during city events and police-sponsored events such as National Night Out, Back to School Bash. These events require a lot of time and planning, and without hesitation, Dana takes on the majority of the tasks needed for these events to be successful. Anything I ask of her, she gladly does it with a smile, from meetings and dealings with local businesses to speaking with vendors and coordinating the participants at the events. I'm sure if you ask anyone who has participated in National Night Out or any other city event, they will tell you their interactions with Dana were pleasant. In my administrative role at the police department, I sometimes take on responsibilities of handling the city's bank deposit runs. During these runs, I've had the opportunity to watch Dana interact with the public. I've seen Dana kindly show individuals where the bathrooms were located, patiently explain the pool's hours, and carefully explain procedures for renting the facilities. For these reasons and many more, I humbly submit this letter for Dana Arts to be considered IHB Employee of the Year for 2026, Lieutenant Carter. The second nomination from Kristen Cusimano reads as follows. I would like to nominate Dana Arts, Special Project Coordinator for the City of Indian Harbor Beach Recreation Department for 2026 Employee of the Year. Dana has been an invaluable member of our department for many years, consistently demonstrating dedication, professionalism, and a willing to go above and beyond the city and its residents. Over the past 15 years, her role has continued to expand as she has taken the initiative to lead projects, solve problems, and take on additional responsibilities to help ensure the success of our programs and events. This past year in particular highlighted Dana's exceptional leadership and commitment. During a period when I was on extended leave, Dana stepped up to ensure the Recreation Department continued to operate smoothly. In addition to managing her own responsibilities, she effectively handled many duties typically performed by the department director. During this time, Dana spearheaded the planning and coordination of our 2 communities' largest events, National Night Out in participation with the police department and our annual Trunk and Treat. Both events required extensive coordination, numerous planning meetings, and significant outreach with vendors, local businesses, and community partners. Dana managed these responsibilities with professionalism, organization, enthusiasm, ensuring both events were successful and well received by the community. What makes Dana truly deserving of this recognition is not only her performance during challenging times, but her consistent work ethic and initiative throughout her career with the city. She continually looks for ways to improve programs, support the department, and serve our residents. Time and again, she has stepped forward to take on projects and responsibilities that help our department move forward. Dana's reliability, leadership, and dedication to the city make her an outstanding employee and a tremendous asset to our organization. For these reasons, I'm proud to nominate Dana for 2006 Employee of the Year. I would just like to add a couple things. One, when I started 4 years ago, the one thing I encourage Kristen Cusimano and Dana to do is to expand our special events because they are what makes a small town great. They embraced that challenge and have expanded the quality and quantity. Dana's also really great at keeping a secret because Kristen had a birthday this last year on one of our special events. And we had a little surprise for her, and Kristen did not know about it till she showed up and saw a big sheet cake and me getting on the speaker every 10 minutes saying, "It's Kristen's birthday, come get cake." So thank you, Dana, for all you do. We have a little something for you. It reads, Employee of the Year, Dana Arts, Special Projects Coordinator, in appreciation your outstanding dedicated service to the city of Indian Harbor Beach, April 2026. Now you get to say something at the end. Please, just a few words. And thank you for your family coming.
Thank you, everybody. This is a surprise. I appreciate it very much. Kristen, no, I'm not going to cry, so. And thank you to the surprise of my family being here. It was very sweet. I appreciate that, Kristen, for coordinating that. Thank you.
Congratulations, and I always throw this invitation out there. You guys are more than welcome to stay, but if you guys leave, you won't hurt our feelings, so I understand. Oh, you're fine. Fine. Thank you. All right, next up is item 6C, Tree Preservation Board update on items requested by council.
Good evening. So I was asked to provide an update on two items, the first being Councilmember Adam Dyer's request to look into planting in the medians. During the March meeting, we requested that or reach out to city staff and help us identify a few medians that would be the most viable options for those. Those four medians were the ones on Atlantic Boulevard, Burns Boulevard, Palm Springs Boulevard, and Cheyenne Boulevard. One of the challenges with this is not necessarily knowing what other considerations are needed to be taken into account, overhead clearance, irrigation. So our recommendation at the previous board meeting was to provide limited planting in any one of these medians based off of the approved tree list in our management plan, and then kind of leave the discretion of the species up to city staff. So again, it kind of is a little open-ended, not knowing what the substrate, the material, the irrigation, the overhead clearance is, so that was our recommendation. The second being an update on the wildflower ordinance. We do have an upcoming workshop. I believe it was rescheduled to May 7th. And hopefully we'll have at least a first draft or outline after that. Any other questions?
Thank you for the update, and like always, the communication is key. From board to board, and obviously from the residents to the board. I'm looking forward to seeing some native plants and trees in those medians, and then eventually just expanding that footprint to all medians in the city.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry, one last comment. In discussion at the meeting with Quincy, it sounded like we were going to kind of start small. Again, with no irrigation, it was going to have to be manually watered. So start small, see what establishes, and go from there.
Sounds good. Any other comments from council?
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you.
Adam, I have one comment. And it has to do with some of the discussion that we had, that the tree board had. And it was reflecting upon the recent freeze that we had on February the 1st, and a number of plants were damaged in the city. And so encouraging the tree board as they go through the recommended tree list to be able to identify those that are going to be more cold hardy, so that as we invest in that time and effort to put those in, that we are going to make sure that they're things that are going to survive any future freezes.
Yeah, and one of our planned updates is to expand that tree list to not just encompass trees, but other landscaping, smaller shrubs and bushes, native species that would be suitable for our area, that could then be used to recommend additional plantings to city areas.
Thank you. Next item is 8 reports. Start with the city manager report.
You skipped the minutes.
Thank you. And does anybody have any changes to the minutes from April 14th?
No.
Hearing none, we can move those into the record. Thank you. All right, city manager report. John Coffey.
Yes, Mr. Deputy Mayor, City Council members, residents here watching at home, a few updates. Due to the complexities involved in the issue of the lien reduction request of 210 Timpucci, I was not able to get that on the agenda for this meeting. Mr. Bone and I had a conversation today with the applicant, and we believe we have all the details buttoned up, and that'll be on the next agenda for your consideration. Communications manager position update. This will be my last update on this issue. I'm pleased to announce Ms. Hillary Fuller has accepted the position of communications manager. She's currently police dispatch officer and will continue to work there through the transition. She's an IHB resident, holds a Master's of Arts degree in communications from University of Florida, a Bachelor of Science degree in communications from BYU, and over 13 years direct experience in the field. So welcome, Hillary, and look forward to working with you going forward. Algonquin Sports Complex Expansion Project update. Staff attended the bi-weekly meeting last Friday. There is a lot of work going on out there at the moment. Multi-purpose field netting, pole footers are in, the framing and the concrete of the last section of the curbing of the field was poured yesterday and today. Installation of the drainage outflow structures. They're installing base and for tennis and pickleball courts, lighting poles for the basketball courts, small conduit. There's 2 outstanding issues that is going to slow the progress. I'll back up and say the field we anticipate being in and completed within the next 4 to 6 weeks. There's no holdups on that. So within a matter of a few weeks, we're going to see a big green field out there that'll start giving folks courage that this is wrapping up. The 2 outliers are conduits in the ground issues. Today, staff was finally able to confirm responsibility of the AT&T fiber conduit, which was not installed at the proper depth, is not the responsibility of Brevard County. Part of the ground lease the city has with AT&T. We are vigorously going to pursue a resolution to that. Additionally, I was finally able to shake the tree loose with FP&L and find the supervisor of the person who's gone AWOL over the last month of get back to me and I'll get back to you very shortly, turns into 4 weeks of no response. So Those two items are moving forward. They do have the potential to slow up the rest of the project because the conduits have to be relocated before the final subsurface piping and boxes can be installed. But we are badgering as many people as we can badger to get these two things resolved. Back on the good news, Police Chief Butler reports the city received approximately $49,000 reimbursement from the JAG grant program for one of the police cars we purchased this year. Many thanks to Chief and his folks for helping with that. The March revenue and expenditure report is attached, marking the 50% mark of this fiscal year. General fund revenues are at 70%, expenditures at 37%, stormwater revenues at 91% with expenditures a mere 3%, but that is, we haven't gotten the first bill for the work being done at the baffle box out front, so that number will tick up very quickly going forward. And the ARPA report still shows 26%, but there was an inadvertent missing of one of the month's payments with the next payment, so you will see that tip up. And the field, when it's installed, is close to $1 million. So we will exhaust all the ARPA funding within the next probably 75 days. The fiscal year 26 second quarter cash and investment report is attached. Legislative tracker is attached. The legislature started a special session today about congressional redistricting, medical freedom, and artificial intelligence. The state budget and tax reform is scheduled to be discussed May 12th through May 29th. The traditional tracker will continue to be provided as the governor makes signing decisions. We have one set of employee recognition, and that is fire department personnel of Coleman, Bowman, Majors, and Chief Lewis. Chief Lewis received an email from a son of a resident thanking him and his staff for responding to their mother's home. Not only did they help get mom out and facilitate her into a transport vehicle to a nearby hospital, they gained access to her home in the least damaging way and took the time to piece things back together to secure the home as best as they could, to allow the son time with his mother before making repairs. So kudos to Chief Lewis for your folks doing their core function and also being very aware of the impact of having to gain access. Next May 12th promises to be a busy meeting. I won't read all of them. We have a lot of things on that agenda. Hopefully we get the muck stuff to you very soon. I was in contact with Satellite Beach City Manager yesterday about the hang-ups on those. And I will note this is getting to be flag display season. A lot of things in May. Kudos to Public Works Director Scaldo and his crew for doing the heavy lifting on that display. I know our residents enjoy that. FDOT is having a town hall meeting in this room on May 7th. That is not a council meeting, but it is a meeting of FDOT. Everyone's encouraged to come. And that concludes my report, Mr. Deputy Mayor.
Thank you. Next report, City Attorney's report.
Well, John took my part of my report and the discussion with Mr. Liu, as well as the muck removal contract. So I got quiet at this end.
Awesome. John, I just had one question. Is that FDOT, is that in regards to the repaving of South Patrick, or?
Quite frankly, I'm at a loss of what it is. I believe it is about one of their projects coming up on A1A.
Copy. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Next item will be council comments. Start with Councilmember Rumi.
Also just want to say welcome again to Hillary because we're all very excited that you're here. I recently attended the Florida League of Cities Institute for Elected Municipal Officials, which is full of great information. And of course, property taxes were something that were discussed quite a bit. I found it very interesting. Many people kept referring to how Sebastian is educating their residents on this. And I asked John to include some slides. This is from their Facebook page. It's neither for nor against. It just is educating citizens on what exactly will happen if property taxes go away. They did a great job, and I mentioned to John that perhaps we should have a town hall. They had some tax workshops just to better explain to people, because when I do talk to people, everyone just thinks they're going to get money back. They don't realize that maybe that means the pool can't be open all the time, or that the bathrooms aren't going to get cleaned all the time. So I would like to suggest that we do some type of workshop just to educate. Again, not necessarily for or against, but just the facts of what would happen if it was passed.
Thank you. Councilmember Yorio?
I would concur that the suggestion by Councilmember Romy regarding tax reform and education would be an extremely important thing to do to educate our residents on this very important matter. And other than that, no other comment.
Councilmember Nutt?
Councilmember Romy that's fantastic. I think that's a great communications. So Hillary, I think you got a few things on your agenda you need to start getting out there, because I think a town hall meeting to explain how drastic it is going to be. There's not just bathrooms not getting clean. It's years down the road of disaster, as far as I'm concerned. So, and I want to make sure it's out there, and if we have a town hall meeting, we can convey that so they understand that. Also, the FDOT meeting that we really don't know what's going on about, are we able to get some information, or Hillary, and also advertise that, exhaust our efforts to get people to show up? Because I've been to some of these town hall meetings that have been abandoned. There's nobody here because they didn't know. So I've got another thing for your agenda. That's it for me. Thank you.
Awesome. Yes, that is a great point, Councilmember Rumi. There's also, the Florida League of Cities has it's a wealth of resources, and it breaks things down city by city on the actual dollars and how it affects. But I agree, that's a great idea. And I have no comments.
Mr. Deputy Mayor?
Yes, sir.
Since 3 of the council members want to have a workshop, can I propose a couple dates to save Nikki time from contacting y'all?
Yes, sir.
Tuesday evenings seem to work well for everyone. May 19th would work. Going into June, June 2nd or June 16th are open.
I personally can't attend either one in June, so sorry.
How about we do it May 6th and kick the planning and zoning board out and send them over to the police department and us here? No, I'm just,
No.
I'm trying to figure out the schedule here myself, so.
I mean, if that could work, that'd actually be great for May 6th.
Well, I'm planning on attending the planning and zoning meeting on the 6th. I won't be at the workshop if that were the case.
Deputy Mayor, is there a date that works for you? Because I can be a little flexible.
Yeah, I'm flexible except for the first two weeks of June, so I can do the 6th, but obviously there's conflict. Do you have any other dates further out?
May 19th. May 20th is a Wednesday.
I'm good with the 19th.
19th?
Is the tree board on the 20th?
Yes.
Is there any other night, the 19th?
Oh, you can't do
Sorry,
that.
yeah.
No worries.
You could always do it on the 27th because I won't be here. That would be my recommendation. But
I'm good the 27th.
I could do the 27th. No,
Yo-yo?
I have no conflict.
None? 27th?
I'm sorry, I can't do the 27th. Sorry, it's, May is crazy.
Or sooner the better, but late June,
yeah.
maybe.
I think it would be important for John to be there. So,
The 23rd of June?
Yes, that's doable.
Yes,
What day is that on?
23rd is,
Thursday.
It's not Thursday?
no, 23rd of June, looks like a Tuesday,
Oh, I'm
right?
sorry. I'm in July.
It's Tuesday.
That's a council meeting night. You might want to have this on an off meeting because if there's a lot of attendance, I think we'll run longer than an hour probably.
24th?
That day is open also.
I'm good for 24th. June 24th, yep.
yep,
Good?
Yes.
yes, thank you.
All right, June 24th and 6 o'clock? 6 o'clock? All right.
Yes.
and Nikki, you'll send us
Thank
calendar
you.
invites for that.
All right, moving on to public comments on agenda items only. I'm seeing none, so that being said, we'll move on to unfinished business also. I'm seeing none. We'll move on to new business. So first item, 10A, is award a contract for Public Works vehicle replacement. Staff recommendation is consider awarding a piggyback contract not to exceed $35,000 to purchase a 2026 Ford F-150 truck to replace a 2003 Ford Expedition, and authorizing staff to transfer the funding from the city manager's contingency account to cover the expense. City Manager Coffey.
Yes, Mr. Deputy Mayor. Per the adopted fiscal year 26 fleet replacement schedule, Public Works Department has 10 vehicles, one which is a 2003 Ford Expedition that was previously forecasted to be replaced in 2031. Last week, the city mechanic, which is used by the city mechanic to transport his equipment for on-site repairs. The city mechanic approached me early last week, I believe, or maybe the week before, giving me the detail of what was wrong with it, how it was beyond his ability to work. He thinks the cost would be $2,000 to $3,000 to repair it, but it's one of those things we have to take to a mechanic who, once he opens things up, might find other problems. Given the age and the condition, I'm not comfortable with throwing the dice of taking a 20-plus year vehicle to a mechanic to make good. Section 2.8 of City Code permits us to piggyback off other agencies' contracts that were competitively secured. We found a piggyback contract for a 2026 Ford F-150 truck at a cost of about $35,000. This truck would replace a 2018 truck in Public Works, which would then be handed down to the mechanic, because mechanic will drive the truck less than the current user. Staff will separately purchase a camper shell for the truck bed, giving the mechanic the utilization of the Expedition without the cost of a new Expedition. I've attached the assessment of the Public Works mechanic of the growing problems. There is sufficient budget available in the contingency account. Therefore, I recommend you award a piggyback contract not to exceed $35,000 to purchase the 2026 F-150 truck and authorize staff to transfer from contingency. Of note, this is within my spending authority, but because it's an unscheduled purchase and using contingency is why I'm asking you to make the motion.
Any council comments?
No, sir.
Hearing none, I'd entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to award a piggyback contract not to exceed $35,000 to purchase a 2026 Ford F-150 truck to replace a 2003 Ford Expedition.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 4-0. Next item is 10B, award of contract via piggyback contract from Brevard County for the Algonquin Sports Complex parking lot milling, paving, and striping. Consider awarding not to exceed $32,000 milling and paving contract to Goodson Paving Incorporated via piggyback contract from Brevard County for Algonquin. City Manager Coffey.
Yes, Mr. Deputy Mayor. The expansion project contains an interior connector road between the two existing parking lots off of Crispino Court and the new parking lot replacing the old asphalt millings off of North Osceola Drive to improve ingress and egress after events. Due to the subsurface work required in the vicinity of the old parking lot, construction traffic has been currently using the Crispino Court entrance to access the work area via the base of the new connector road. The heavy equipment and age of the existing asphalt has deteriorated the center of the travel lane. Staff anticipated this area needing to be repaved before the project was completed and has this cost factored into the expansion project budget. The reader should note this is not for the entire parking lot, just the travel lane between the gate and where the new connector road will start. This is not a change order off of the milling and paving contract you awarded last week. This will be a separate contract because this is for a specific project with Algonquin versus our typical road maintenance project. I thought it'd be cleaner for our auditors who are nitpickers. So once again, this is in my spending authority, but because I felt that somebody might confuse this as a change order, I'm requesting that you approve the award of not to exceed $32,000 piggyback contract to Goodson Paving for paving services at Algonquin Sports Center.
Thank you. Any council comments?
I have a question, John. So it's just to clarify really what you've already stated, but the area that's going to be repaved is from the Crispino gate up to where the new connector road is, just that section?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And the other thing for clarity is the parking will be realigned to be angled parking on the south side of that connector road to give the traffic a little bit better flow through there.
Be good. Any other comments? Oh, go ahead.
Parallel parking spots.
Okay.
That gives it more clearance for the lanes.
Any other comments? I'd entertain a motion.
I make a motion to award a not to exceed $32,000 contract to Goodson Paving via a piggyback contract for paving services at Algonquin Sports Complex.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes 4-0. Next item under new business is 10C, award contract for City Hall first floor restroom ADA renovations. Consider awarding not to exceed $70,000 contract to Joe Bear Contracting Incorporated for the ADA compliance renovations for the first floor restroom. City Manager Coffey.
Yes, Mr. Deputy Mayor. The front part of City Hall where we are now was constructed in 1978 in an era when accessibility for persons with mobility impairments was largely not a concern. Largely unaltered since then, the 4 restrooms, 2 on the first floor, 2 on the second floor, are basically inaccessible to people with significant mobility impairments, either crutches, wheelchairs. You have a double door to go through, which is very difficult for somebody who has mobility impairments and virtually impossible for a single person in a wheelchair. The fiscal year 26 approved budget contains funding to renovate the first floor restrooms to meet new construction ADA standards, which includes but not limited to removal of the second entrance doors, replacement of sinks, reduction of the stalls to allow the proper clearance, replacement of partitions to meet new standards, grab bars and replacement of non-GFI outlets with GFI outlets, and replacement of part tile walls in the floors because you can't match tile that was manufactured in the mid-70s in 2026. In accordance with the city charter, invitation bid was advertised in October. The reason this has taken so long to get here is we had the air quality project that needed to be done first. We had one vendor respond, which was not surprising given it's a relatively small project. This one vendor has done work for the city in the past and solid work of doing quality work. The last project they completed for us was the Gleason Park restroom utility extension. Therefore, staff recommends City Council award a contract not to exceed $70,000 to Joe Bear Contracting, Inc. for ADA compliant renovations of the first floor restrooms at City Hall.
Thank you. City Mayor, any council comments? And to me, it seems like the going rate for a bathroom is about $100,000 for that size. So, kudos to, coming in under that budget. Without any other comments, I entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to award a contract not to exceed $70,000 to Joe Bear Contracting Incorporated for the ADA compliant renovations to our first floor bathrooms in the City Hall.
Second.
Had a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 4-0. Moving on, public comments. Any takers? Seeing none. With that being said,
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
Told you, 4:45.
I love it. Now it's like a contest. Everybody's like,